Hey guys, so today we got a couple of stamped walkways we're doing. This is the type of stuff you learn in the Concrete Underground. So if you want to learn about concrete, the link is in the description below. But today what's really cool is we're actually using a new tool. It's actually new to us. It's a border stamping type tool. You're going to get to see that in just a minute. So we get to roll this border on and then we stamp the interior part of the concrete. And this thing worked really cool. You can kind of see it there sitting on the left-hand corner of the patio there on top of the wood. And it's a cobblestone type of border. Really, really cool. And I'll have a link in the description for where you can get stuff like this. So we came here, we got hired to pour and stamp this walkway. There's a smaller one to the right of it you're going to see at the end of the video. And then there's also a big back patio out back that we're doing along with this job. So 3 different parts of this job. This is a 6-inch thick concrete walkway. The owner took care of the excavation part of it. So they dug this out, put in some gravel, compacted it, and then we took over from there. We set up the forms, put in a mat of rebar, got this all poured, put color in the concrete. So here I am with the border tool. This is about a 9-inch cobblestone stamp here on this roller, and you just hook it right to your Bowflow handles. So you don't really have to buy any handles if you've already got Bowflow handles. And the pattern, obviously there's a timing aspect to this. That's really important. You can't get on this too late. And really, you don't want to get on it too early either. So the timing part of this is key. But I thought it worked really good. It left the cobblestone type rocks showing really nicely. Even though it's a little hard to see in the video here, it really showed them nice. And I could even go around this slight curve here without having to pick it up and start over, so I could turn the pattern really, really easily, I thought. And that was probably that's right around 30-ish feet of border I just put in just probably under a minute, honestly. Yeah, you can see right there, that gives you a little bit better idea of what it looks like on the roller. And it has the real cobblestone texture along with it right on the stamp itself. So this made stamping this project with a border so much easier, I thought. Just rolling this in, and then once I get it rolled in like this, basically one guy's doing the border. Pretty easy. Once I get it rolled in, that's it. We don't have to touch the border again. We just worry about stamping the inside. Now Luke's just touching up any of the joints. If you feel like you need to touch any of them up, make them a little deeper, you can do that if you want. For the most part, everything went in really nice though. So I got this border stamping tool at Walt Tools. I'll have a link for that down in the description, as well as we got these stamps there too. So we got this whole package of basically random stone type of stamps, all at Walt Tools. You can get pretty much everything you need right at that store if you want. You could get the release there. If you want to use liquid release, which is what we're using today, you could get powdered release. You can get your sealer there, so you can get everything you need to stamp concrete right at Walt Tools. So I'm doing the interior part with the rigid stamps, and then Luke's kind of following up with the flexible stamp. Just being careful of the border, not to over-stamp onto the border, so we have to keep touching that up. Which really makes this go pretty fast. I think we had 15 of these rigid interior stamps. So not only could we do this walkway, we could also do the little one to the right, which you'll see at the end for a minute, all at the same time if we needed to. That one's actually in the sun. Darren's over there kind of working on that one. And then that left Luke and I to concentrate on this one that's a little bit bigger. And we get all kinds of calls to do this like random stone pattern. And it's a pretty popular one for us here in Maine that we do quite a bit. Now what we'll do as far as colors go is we'll wash this the next day. I'll kind of go over that a little bit at the end of the video, but we'll add a secondary color to this after we wash it using a special like stain or kind of antiquing type of wash we do afterwards. And that stuff is key to really making this look really cool. And I'll have the finishing part of the video after this one, so you get to watch that one. You have to subscribe so you get notified, and then when that video comes out, but I'll have it shortly after I do this one when you watch this one. Now stamping, really, it kind of looks kind of easy. I mean, we do make it look kind of easy, but we've also done it for over 30 years. Now, if you know what to do, like if you know the timing of the stamps, like how fast you have to move, what to look for as you're setting them down, what to look for when you pull them up, all the different little details you need to look for. Once you learn all that stuff, it actually isn't too hard. You know, with enough people that know what they're doing, this can be pretty easy. And I go over all those details not only in the Concrete Underground, but also in my Stamp Concrete course. Now these particular stamps, these random stone stamps, they go down a certain way. You can't just turn them and twist them any old way. There's a certain way they go down to fit all together very nicely. This is why having the flexible stamps is really important. You know, when you're doing, not only when you're going over a border, but when you're going up against things, you can flex that thing right up, basically right up a wall. You can bend it 90 degrees, and that helps get the stone pattern in a lot of difficult places when you're stamping. We did put iso foam up against that granite block. The owner set the grades here. He wanted, I think that's 7 inches down from that granite step is where we're at. So basically a regular type of step, and then they step up onto that other, entryway that they've already had in place for years and years. So again, let me know what you think about that border stamp. I'll have links for that down in the description below if you want to check that out. Maybe if you want to get one. Walt Tools has all kinds of other types of stamps, patterns, border stamps, plenty of stuff for stamping if you're looking to get into stamping. And then again, to learn how to do it, either get my stamp course below or join the Concrete Underground. I'm in there. I can help you with that. I can answer any questions.
Like you know what you're doing.
That does it for that today. Looks good.
That looks good. So he said something about expansion joints?
Yeah, we'll do those tomorrow.
You just come in and just
saw them.
Run a saw.
Yeah. Clean it, saw it,
Yeah.
teak wash it, so it'll give the secondary color tomorrow.
Perfect. Darren, you want me to hit these with a broom? Like,
some of them we didn't even use.
I think there's only 1 or 2 we didn't use. I thought we
Yeah, that'll do it for today. Looks good. That's the first time using these new stamps, these Fieldstone stamps. They seem to work pretty good. Those are from Walt Tools. So we'll give that today to cure up. Come back tomorrow, saw a couple joints in it, wash it, get the liquid release off it, and then teak wash it. You'll get to see that. Add another color to it. It'll be black. Give it a day to dry up, and then we'll come back and seal it.